family is going to be PCSing to Germany, and I wanted to make a series of videos of our process of getting ready to move there and what will happen once we are there, our flight, just the whole experience, really. We're going to be videotaping it. So, what is this in front of me? This is our binder. I watched a lot of videos that had a lot of information, some helpful, some not so much, but most of the ones I watched didn't give me the type of information I was really looking for. And so I wanted to do a video where I could share the kind of information I was looking for. So if someone else is looking for it, they'll have it. So, okay. Blah, blah, blah. This is our binder. This is what we're going to be taking with us. I got one that had a handle. They had some that also had a strap to it. I'm going to be carrying this with me everywhere. On the plane, when we get checked into our hotel, when we go to housing. This binder will become our Bible. It's for moving, organization, flight, everything is in here. But everything will be in here. We haven't gotten everything together yet. We're still a few months out. So anyway, this binder costs about, I think, $20. You can get some more expensive, like I said, that have a scrap that you can put over your shoulder, which is probably good when you're thinking about using it to walk in the airport and do all the stuff we're going to be using it for. But this one was within our budget, so this is the one I got. Okay, so let's get started. So the thing I liked about this binder mostly was the fact that it had all of these compartments. This we added in ourselves, and I put the ruler in myself. But it had like, I'm trying to make sure you can see everything. It had like this small pocket here, which I keep a lot of colored pens in for writing. Then it had this zipper part, which I put our passports in. I don't need to open them because it's just personal information. And it also has this flap, which has a folder, a filing system in here, which I haven't really organized yet, but I will get to organizing it. So, as you can see, this binder is getting pretty full. So in this pouch here, although I have a pouch on this side that has all of these pens and pencils in it, I also have this pouch which has highlighters and these little sticky things, so that when I'm writing something, a little note I can put on there and stick it on whatever paper I need it to go on, so I'll remember exactly what I'm doing, where I need it, if something needs a green, a red, whatever. And then, like I said, I have a lot of pencils and highlighters and some more pens. And then in this bigger part, I put some more of these little things I was telling you about. And then this is our credit card for traveling. And we didn't want to use it, so we put it away so that we'll have that money for emergencies. So let's get started. The first thing I have here on the very top is I have our PCS checklist. This checklist gives me from A to Z everything I need to do to get us pretty set for PCSing. It goes from getting medical clearance, your no-fee passports, your post office box, your sponsor, your driver's license, because you have to get a German driver's license and all of that. Next, I have my husband's orders, which We don't really need to see all that, but those are his orders, and I suggest you make tons of copies of those orders because you're going to need lots of copies. I haven't made copies of it yet. We just recently got his orders. And here I have a sheet that tells me documents that I need to make sure I have in this binder. I want to have a copy of allotment records, birth certificate, bank statement, car insurance, credit cards, driver's license, LES, marriage certificate, medical records, inventory of household good and unaccompanied good, orders, passport, POV paperwork, shipping documents, POA, and social security cards. POV is personal authorized vehicle, and POA is power of attorney. And you should get power of attorney from your spouse, because if in fact you arrive in Germany and he can't go to get the car because he has to go to work or something, you have to go pick that car up, you're going to need a power of attorney, especially if your name is not on the car. And you want to make sure you have everybody's social security card. So this is my second sheet, is my binder checklist. Next, I have a travel checklist, and this is what I will use to just make sure everything that I should have for traveling, I've done, and I'm ready. I'm going to check everything off as I go, and anything that's unchecked before I leave, I know I need to get it done. And so I just have confirm things I need to confirm, like temporary lodging, travel reservation, decide where we will eat while we're traveling, because all those things need to be budgeted for. Check the weather, because you need to know what clothes you need to wear to the airport and what the weather will be when you land, so that you have the proper clothing when you get there, because oftentimes here the weather is one way and over there it could be a different. It could be warmer here and colder there, so you want to make sure you pack what you need. You want to give your family members that are going to be staying in the States, like your mom, your dad, and all, you want to give them your travel itinerary, because you want to make sure that they know where you should be at every point of this trip until you are able to contact them again. That way they don't worry, and if anything, God forbid, should happen, they will be able to say this is where they should have been. Make sure you have your ID and your passport. Those are very important because you need those to check in. So for packing, we need to have a first aid kit. We're going to put a first aid kit in our car before it ships because we want to have one in there. But I want to get a little travel size first aid kit to take with us. I want to take some reading material for things we're going to read on the plane. Camera, and make sure you have your camera fully charged and you have your charger and all that with you. Your iPad or laptop, your phones, a neck support, and some pillows and blankets. That's what I'm going to take. Plane tickets, money, credit card, bank cards, passport IDs, medicine, eyeglasses, phone chargers, soap, shampoo, toilet paper, razors, blah, blah, blah. So that's my travel checklist to make sure that everything I should have, I have. And that's why I keep this in the front, because once I check all this stuff off and I know that everything on here is clear, I'm going to take this out and toss it because I won't need it anymore after that. And then these are just tasks that need to be completed before we leave. We need to clear housing here on the installation where we're currently living. We need to make sure our temporary lodging is secured. We need to just pick up whatever we need from the commissary, the exchange. I put kosher store because we keep kosher. We need to make sure our bank account is good, cable internet is turned off. We need to get a rental car. We need to find out what our place of worship is over there where we're going to be able to go. And just, little things that need to be done. Now, this list I will add to as time gets closer, because I promise you, there's going to be so many more things that may be like, oh, I need to make sure of this, and I need to make sure of that. So this is a short list, but I'm pretty sure that as time goes, this list is going to grow really fast. The next thing I have in here, and you can do your binder in the order that suits you. This was my choice of how I set up my binder. And honestly, to be honest with you, since I put this binder together, I've rearranged it like 3 times. So don't get stuck. Now, the things I have in the front, those things pretty much stay in the front, but everything else, it kind of gets rearranged. So this is my order of move checklist. So basically, when we moved here to this housing from where we were before, the movers stole from us, and it was a horrible thing. They stole a lot from us. And so we're just going to secure that that doesn't happen to us again. We're going to do everything we can to make sure it doesn't happen again. And so one of the things I did is I have family members who are going to be here helping us. Each person will take a room, and there'll be someone standing outside so that everything that passes through that door gets checked off with the box number and make sure that that box is what it says it is. And before it goes in the box, someone in that room will check off to make sure that what they say they're putting in there, they're putting in there. Because at the end of your move, they give you so many papers to sign. You just don't have time to do all that. So I organized so that everyone will have a station or a room, and they can check it off as we go along. And then they bring all the papers up here to me, and then I say, okay, let's go through the list and let's make sure everybody's list is matching up, and then we sign, and only then do we sign. So that's just my personal thing that I'm doing. That's up to you how you.
Then I have all these lists of whatever I have in each room. I wanted to be sure that I kept track of what's in each and every room in the house. So I made these lists of all of our stuff because I don't want to get robbed again. The lists aren't all together complete yet. I will be working on them as time goes on. Next, I have here. Here I have an inventory of all the electronics in the house that we have. I have the name of the electronic, I have the serial model number, and I have the voltage. When the packers come, I'm going to write down each box that each item goes in because I want to make sure I keep track of everything. And so this is just a continuation. Next, I took pictures of every appliance that I have in the house, every electronic, let me say that better, that I have in the house. Because I wanted to make sure I could physically see when we move. I can check it off when the furniture comes to Germany and they're unloading it. I can actually see everything and check it off that I actually got. What I had in this house was actually brought to our new house. These are some extra inventory sheets I got off the ahrn.com site. I advise you to check that site out. It's got a lot of information. It was very helpful to us. And I'm just skipping some things because not everything I've put in the paperwork. Like I don't have our flight tickets yet. I don't have our free passports from the military. I don't have our medical dental records. I haven't made copies of all of our driver's license. And if your driver's license is about to expire, let's say like us, we're scheduled to arrive in October. Our driver's license are scheduled to expire, so we're going to renew our driver's license before we leave because each state gives you anywhere from 4 to 6 years. So we're going to renew our driver's license before we leave because you have to have a good driver's license in order to go and take the driver's test in Germany, which I'm studying for right now. Okay, so next, let me turn you around this way. I did what I called a month-to-month get her done list. So this was December, January, February, and now we're in the month of March. And so what I have in each of these, behind each tab, is everything that I need to get done in that month. And I have it all the way up until this is the month of August. Book our hotel, do all of that stuff. And then I have what we need to do 4 weeks out and then 1 week out. And these are the weeks. This is the week before we leave for Benny, not the week before we arrive in Germany, because we are going to take a month to just visit and say bye to friends and family. And then right now, that's all I have in here. I have these extra dividers in the back of my binder for different things that I know I'm going to be putting in my binder. This is some information we got from the post telling us what we need to do and when we need to do it, where we need to go to do whatever we're doing. This is the briefing we have to attend. Just some information of what needs to get done when you're assigned on CONUS and everything, contacting transportation, all of that. We haven't contacted transportation just yet because even though I have our orders, I just haven't sat down to do it. But I think that I'm going to take care of that actually tomorrow. And when I contact transportation, I will do a new glide because I want to do a glide of every step, each step-by-step thing that we do, just so that I can have the memory of it. And hopefully my glides can help someone else who's PCSing to Germany and want to get some information on some tips or whatever of how to do it. Not saying I'm an expert because we've never done this before, so it's all new to us and we're looking forward to it. So that's my first video that I've created for our PCS to Germany. And it is all about the binder, which is the first thing that I've done. And I will be making a series of videos of everything that I do as I do them. Thank you. Please remember to subscribe to our channel and ask any questions. I hope I'm able to ask and give any advice. Advice is mostly what I need at this point that you will have on helping us with this process of PCSing. Thank you.